My name is Kay Kaiser, and I have been blessed with a nonprofit organization that is called Kay's Carry On, and it's all about the needs of foster children, meeting their needs, giving them dignity, hope, and respect, bringing up their self-esteem. And this dream was birthed, or I'll call it a vision, because visions come when our eyes are open. So my eyes were definitely open when I decided to go forward with this. But I went to a veterans retreat, and while I was there, this idea came. It was a creative idea that I know came from God, and it was all about how I could make a change, be a world changer in the lives of foster children. And so Kay's Carry On came about shortly after that. And we actually provide a service which is primarily giving the children rolling luggage. And I want for children to know that they are world travelers. So the luggage must be on wheels. And then another service that we provide is for the older children who are aging out. This is something that God added to this, was to make sure that they receive the essential items they need when they are getting ready to move into their new place. So once they turn 18 years old, they move into their own home. And the goal is to make sure that they get these small appliances that we would normally see inside of a hotel room, such as a coffee maker, a hair dryer, microwave, the mini refrigerator. And God has blessed me to connect up with an assistant manager who's over hotels, and he's willing to donate to this nonprofit organization. So that's another service. And then we want to make sure that they receive gift cards for groceries. That's for the older kids that are aged out. Also, gift cards for Lyft, Uber, so they can get from their job or get from home to their job. And then if they're going to school, to go to college. Another service that we provide is making sure that once they graduate, that they can actually have their own laptop and their computer case, so that there's no excuse for them to not be able to do their homework. You know, they have exactly what they need. And that's primarily what we're doing at this time. One of my future goals is I would love to see the children who actually need a place to go to. I'm wanting to call it a high tower, because that's what God is to me and to us. He's a high tower, so I want them to have like a place of refuge where they can go and they can actually have shelter. They can actually have just all the essentials that they need as they are launching out as young adults. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing what God is going to do with Kay's Carry On. I'm glad to be the founder of this organization, and I actually want to be considered to be the go-to girl when children come into foster care and they need luggage and they need gift cards, they need a place to stay, just the whole gamut of what children need when they come into care. So that's my desire. I want to see how God is going to literally launch me off into this. I'm ready to be placed inside of that, what I would call, I guess, a launcher. Like when I was in the military, they had us use these launchers and they just we would shoot out. So I just want to be used by God. I've already told him to use me. I've already raised my hand and said, "Here I am, Lord, use me, send me, and I'll go." So that's what Kay's Carry On is all about. Kay's Carry On came about due to the fact that I was born into the foster care system, and every time I moved from foster home to foster home, my personal items were literally placed inside of a black trash bag. So Kay's Carry On was birthed out of what I would call my past experience from being in the foster care system. And what is really interesting is children, once they receive rolling luggage, they have ownership of something that belongs to them. And so I just keep thinking about, even in the days when I was in the foster care system, if I would have had my own personal piece of luggage, I would have, even my self-esteem would have elevated. I would have felt had more self-worth. But black trash bags, of course, do just the opposite. They make us feel like we are unworthy, unloved. We're just, in a sense, invisible. So that's how Kay's Carry On came about. And it is unfortunate that children have to experience that so early, because it's actually considered to be a trauma. When I see black trash bags now, it's actually a trigger. So it's one of those unnecessaries that we can literally push out of the way if we choose to, just by giving even a child a backpack, or even placing their items in a box. But I love the fact of luggage. That's what God gave to me. He didn't say backpacks, he said luggage. So, and then he was real specific about it being rolling luggage. So I'm just happy to be of service to these children, first and foremost, service to God, because he's the one that gave me this creative idea.